Hi there, it's Karen here. Welcome back to Christmas Crafting 2024, and we're on week 10 of Dee Dee Farago's Don't Freak Out Before Christmas challenge, and week 10 is going to be the last week where I actually work alongside her or follow her challenge, because I'm going to be going off in my own direction once we finish doing these pockets. But we've got 2 more pockets to do today, or to fill, and then at the end and after that in this video I'm going to show you the digital kit that I'm going to be using to make my journals. I'm doing mine differently to Dee Dee, so I think that's a point where it quite makes sense for me to kind of break off and go and do my own thing. So the 2 pockets we're going to fill today are these 2, and these are both from week 4. These are the 2 we skipped in week 4, and I can't remember quite why that happened, but I'm sure there was a reason. It's been a while since I've watched this video, but I thought I'd get on with it because I've been dying to get on with my Christmas videos, and I had a bit of a break because I've filmed so many of them in advance. So now I'm really trying to get back into it so I can get on and make the journals and get things going. So these are the 2 pockets. So what we're going to do, it's going to be quite simple. We're going to make a little tag to go in here and a journal card just to tuck into this side tuck here. So that's the plan. I'll show you the 2 prototypes that as I've been doing all along. I've been making a non-Christmas prototype. So this was the one for the first pocket. So this is the one with the flip out, and this attaches to the page and flips out as well. So all I've done is, as you can probably tell, I'm thinking about my 1950s journal that I'll hopefully be working on early next year. And one of the kits that I've bought and fussy cut, although I haven't done that terribly well by the looks of it, this has got some nice tags on it, and I thought this was a perfect match for this pocket. And I just think it goes, even though these 2 are from completely different kits, I think they go really well together. So I'm just going to pop that in there, and I think the idea was Dee Dee was doing the same. Was you planning to use a kit tag? I can't remember what she used, to be perfectly honest, for this pocket, but this is what I'm going to use for mine, and I'm going to do the similar thing in the Christmas one. So that was that one. And then the second one is actually pocket 2 from week 4. And this is the one that pulls out, so you have all this writing space or whatever you want to do on it. You can decorate it, put photos on it. And then we've just got a little journal card to pop into the side tuck here. And I've just taken another piece from the same Stamperia paper pad that I thought coordinated really well with this paper. I think it's meant to. And it's a bit decorative, but it's easily writable on the back there, so I thought that would be quite a nice easy journal card to go in there, and that fits in nicely with that. So they're my 2 prototypes. So let's get on with making our Christmas ones. So I'm just going to throw that over there. So I've got my box that started off with just a couple of bits in, and it's now full. This has got all the prototypes in it, and all the, I don't know where that goes, somewhere in here, and all the Christmas ones at the front and all the non-Christmas ones at the back. So that's pretty well full now, which is exciting. So for this one, I'm going to be using a journal card from the kit, and the kit I'm going to be using, I'll show you it at the end of the video or after I've finished doing these, is a Ginger Journals kit. And it just so happens that Dee Dee, when she was doing these, she showed some fussy cuts from Ginger Journals. I don't know if she's using the same digital kit as I am for the journal, but she picked out the same. She picked out a fussy cut set by Ginger Journals, because Here Comes Santa Claus, which are all Santa Claus fussy cuts. So I'm going to be using that for one of the pockets, but I'm also using a Ginger Journals digital kit for my journal, so it's all kind of working quite well together. And that one comes with a variety of little tags, which I think are just perfect for this pocket. Quite happy, quite a lucky coincidence, really, because this is using the Stamperia papers, but because I used a red cardstock for the background, the trouble is I don't know which one to choose. Not the stripes. I'm not big into stripes, really. That's quite nice. that one. No, I want it to have a bit of red in it. Ooh. That one or that one? Which one's going to show the most? You put it in the pocket. I'm going to back it a little bit, not too thick. So that would look like that. Or that one would look like that. No, I think I'll go with this one. There's more red showing. All right, we'll pick that one. And as it actually was very similar to the one in the style to the one I used for my prototype, I'm going to do the same thing. So the first thing I'm going to do is back it onto some of this dressmaker's pattern paper, because that keeps it thin but it gives it a nice vintage looking background. And I've been doing that a bit. I did that with some of my Moroccan journals. Oh dear. I really struggle to think of my words sometimes these days. I find my videos seem to be full of well, I'm trying to think what I'm trying to say. So I just apologise about that. Bit of an person at the moment. All right, let's get this backed, because I'm quite excited to show you the kits that I've picked to use for my journal. So I'll do that in a little while. So I'm still managing to film a little bit ahead, in that we're still in October and this won't appear until possibly second weekend in November. I think that's when my videos pretty much run out on what I've done so far. Gonna pop that. I quite like keeping just a little bit of the dressmaker's pattern on there. Even it's just a little hint at the edge. Not that I put it on particularly straight, but never mind. And then I'll put another layer over the top, which will just dull down the black a little bit. In fact, what I tend to do is fold it over. I might just tear a piece off so that it's not quite so unwieldy to work with. I quite like using this. It's a sort of recent rediscovery, really. So I think I've seen possibly Rachel from Roxy Creations and Tina using these, and it reminded me that I have quite a few, and I think they're quite nice to do something when you only want a thin background. This is kind of pulling off an awful lot. Taking that down. Yeah, if you don't want your tag to be too dimensional, because you've only got quite a tight pocket, but you still want it to look vintage, and you can just coffee dye them. But I just think this makes it a little bit more interesting. Doesn't have to be perfectly aligned because I'm going to cut round it. Okay, so I know it's wonky, but it won't show when I've cut it out. And where are my big scissors? There they are. Cut down. Cut around there. Put these bits out, out of the way. Make sure it's all nicely flattened down. And I think I might need to get my smaller scissors just to do the edges, because it's a little bit more shaped on the corners. It's kind of got a round top. It's not your classic tag shape, but I think they're rather nice for a change. And then we'll link them up a little bit and put a bit of twine on, and Bob's your uncle. We will have a little tag for our journal, for our pocket, should I say. Yeah, just gonna give it one last clip along here. And that looks quite nice and smooth. It's very easy, although it's quite thin and tissue paper, it seems to be quite easy to glue down and smooth out. It doesn't go too wrinkly, unless you want it to be wrinkly, and you can do that. But of course it's more difficult to write on if it's wrinkly. There. So I'm just going to ink around it. Feels quite wet at the moment. That's the thing about, because it's so thin, the tissue paper, you're double gluing it, so it does make the paper quite wet, so I might not actually be able to put it in the pocket immediately. So it might be something to come back to. And I just want, because there's quite a big circle here, and I don't have a punch as big as that. So what I did on the other one, so I just kind of used my vintage photo just to kind of disguise it a little bit, and I might just go over all of it just to get kind of knock the white down just a touch. Don't want to overdo it. Just want to kind of kiss it along over there just to soften it a bit, really. Soften that colour a little bit. And then it just disguises the big circle. Then I'll punch a hole. So on the prototype, where did I put that? So on this one, it was a similar idea, really, in that it had quite a big white circle. And I just punched a hole and put a little bit of soft twine through it, which kind of went with the picture. So I'm going to do something similar here. But I think I'll need to wait until it dries before I can do that. So I'm just going to leave that for the moment and hopefully get it finished before the end of the video if I remember to come back. But that's just going to pop in there. I've got some red baker's twine to go through the holes, which I think will be quite nice. Be nice to go with it. And that's that one done. And what have we got for the other one? The other pocket. Well, so this is the one, the tall one with the side tuck. So I think that would go, well, go somewhere on the page. You can make it a belly band. I will be, for sure, decorating this a bit more. And I think what I might do is have a video where I just go and have look at all the pockets that we've made and everything that's gone with it, and just decorate them up a bit. Some of them need a little bit more, definitely need more Christmas vibe to it. So I'll be using some decorative trims and all sorts of bits and pieces that I've got just to add my touch to them, I suppose, and make them decorative how I would like to see them. Now, I've slightly overcut that, but never mind, at least it's not white. So what we did, or what Dee Dee did for her video, and I'm going to do the same for this one, is take a piece of cream cardstock, 4x6, and make a journal card out of that to pop in here. And we're going to better put it, I know I've got everything here I need, I just can't remember what I've done with it. So I'm just going to round the corners on this one, as I always do for my journal cards. And this is where that fabulous kit from Ginger Journals came in, called Here Comes Santa Claus, and it's just pages and pages. I'll pull them out, all the ones that I've got, because I have been fussy cutting these. This is the sort of kit I take to my craft club, and while I'm chatting, I'm cutting these things out. So I have done quite a few, But this is how they come. I've started on this one. So you get a page, usually about 4 on each page, and they're all different, and they're all fabulous. So these are the ones I haven't got round to yet, but they're great. Such lovely things to have. I didn't spot this kit, so I was really grateful to Dee Dee for using it, because it'll go well with my other Ginger Journals kit. And then what I've done, which I've done before, because they're all quite big, and it's really handy to have nice big pieces, but sometimes you only want a little Santa, don't you? So I've done kind of 2 to a page on these as well, so I've got them half size. So I've got some more options really by doing it that way. I've got smaller ones, and I do it like that. Now, there's different ways of doing this. I do it using an application on my laptop called Publisher. It's a Microsoft Publisher. You can also do it on Word, I think, where I sometimes just resize things. I don't always. I mean, I did actually take each of these 2 pages and reduce them down and get them 2 on a page. And I did this in Publisher because I find that's easy to use, but not everybody's got Publisher. But I think possibly a lot of you would have Word and be able to do a similar thing on Word. Or sometimes I just kind of take a page and then just reduce it down and just use the bits I want. Because I don't always want all of the ephemera on a page, but I might just sort of do a bit of cropping and cutting bits out, and I play around with them till I get the ones I want and make them smaller. So I cut a few out, so I thought perhaps we could use one of the ones I've actually cut to decorate this journal card, because I think these are great, and the trouble is there's just so many to choose from. I haven't completely finished this one because there's still a little bit to do on this. It's rather nice, and also we've got deer in the main Superior kit, so it's a possibility I might have to finish that one. Mind you, they're all possibilities, aren't they? I'm not so sure about the big face on these. I'd like a standing one, I think. So he's fabulous too. He needs a little bit cut out here. I didn't, when I was at my club, I didn't have my little scissors, the ones I do for cutting out fiddly bits. So I didn't do it. And these have all got a bit of a very faint border that you can cut around, like I've done on these 2. It's like it's not as white, it's just a slightly grey border. So some of them I have you just literally kiss cut round them for speed. And some of them I've completely fussy cut, like this one, except again I've got a little bit here to do. He's rather nice. I mean, they all are. What I'm saying, they're all gorgeous. I mean, they're just such jolly, cuddly, lovely Santas, aren't they? Yeah, I really like the one. I didn't think I would go for one on the chair, but I quite like him. There's him. He's on the run by the looks of it. Another big one. Don't know about him. Oh, and I also love the one with the coat, but I think he blends into the cream too much. No. One with the sack. No, I don't know. I just really rather like him on here. And I did not expect to. Is he going to go with this? Actually, I don't think that... I quite like... Oh, okay, I'm going to go... Make a decision. Go. Just do it. I'm going to use that. Because I had thought at one time that I might use a red journal card. Make a red card. And then this one would go fabulous on a red one. But actually, then I've got to back it so that it can be written on. So I thought I'd actually keep it simple and just use the cream and find one that goes on the cream. And I like that one. Surprisingly. Well, surprising to me anyway. And I'm going to just do that little bit of... Now, where did I... Oh, there they are. I just need to get my little old pair of nail scissors, these are. I have a feeling these were my mum's because I don't remember putting that bit of tape around them. I think these are a pair of hers, but they're lovely and nice and pointy, just to get into that little tiny space and cutting around it. And then I'll ink him up and we'll put him on, and I might just put a little bit of something around the edge as well, around the edge of the card. Right. What am I doing? Never mind. Just put my bit of scrap paper into the wrong place, but never mind. Right, ink. Think and ink. Or get my thinking head on. Think what I'm doing. So I'm just going to ink around there so that any bits of fussy cutting that I didn't quite do and left. There's the odd bit of white here and there where I haven't quite got everything. And some of the ones I've kiss cut, I think once they're inked, you won't notice that there's a little border. And sometimes that just makes life a bit easier. Let's just check I can't see any white on here. No, that's all good. So he's really nice. So I'm just going to glue him on, I think. Glue stick. Okay. Let's get you on there, mister. Put him there, and I'm just wondering if we need some sort of Christmas sentiment or something. I'm going to have to do something around the edge, but I know what I like to do on these things. Christmas words. So I had thought I was using my vertical words, but as it turns out I don't think vertical would fit. So let's put something. Oh, they're all they're going to be a bit blendy, some of these. I think I need to get some new ones. Well, these might be better. Jingle all the way. Ooh, what about milk and cookies? He loved his milk and cookies. I don't know. Not sure if I need anything down there. I'm going to do a little something around the edge, which I like to do. I always like to give it a bit of a colourful border. Pen. So I've got some pens. I think I'm going to use red. I'm going to use my Sharpie. I've got a thin one and a thick. I've got a Sharpie, and I'm just going to give it a little, I think a little red border. I might just put something under it because I don't trust myself not to get it on my mat. Try and keep it even, not too thick. Yeah, I think that just finishes him off nicely. So that is our journal card for that pocket, and that goes with this. Okay, so we've got that one and this one, and got the other pocket here from week 4. yeah, I like to keep them all together in their weeks. So this must have been pocket 3. This is this one. Notice that pops up like that and it goes over the top of the page. And of course I'm going to have to add something to each of these. And I think we'll have to spend a video just going through all the pockets and adding a bit of extra something to them. So I wonder if I can try and do my hole here now. Only really needs a small hole. Yep. Get ourselves a bit of twine. I always need a tweezer to help me with this little job. Pull it through. And then we'll just, oops, not very even. Yeah. Put that there, and then that's gone in the pocket nicely. Okay. Go in a bit further. Yep. Okay. So that's that one done. That probably won't need any more decoration. I think that's really pretty as it is. Unless I decide to candy cane this up a bit or something. I don't know. I probably should have used, maybe I should have used red card on here. And also I just think it probably would look better if it had been mitered a little bit on these corners, or certainly at the top. I should have mitered that because then it wouldn't have covered up that word, that letter. Oh well, you can sort of always see how you could have done things better, can't you? In retrospect. I'm just going to keep these together, and then we'll go through all the pockets and see what we're going to use, because I don't think I'm going to need all of them in one journal. Right, so let's have a look at the digital kits that I picked for this year. I had planned to use them both for my journal. I kept changing my mind how I was going to do it. I'm going to do this journal slightly differently to what I've done in the past. I'm going to use an elastic binding, so you can take it in and out. I've seen lots of people doing it. I've never made one like that. And one of the reasons it's taken me a while to get around to doing this is I've had trouble getting the elastic, strangely, because I've never made one before. So I had to order some elastic. The elastic I ordered didn't turn up, and I've had to wait a while before they'll agree to. This is Amazon, you know. I had to wait a certain number of a couple of weeks before they would let me have a refund, so I could order something else. So I've now done that. Hopefully that will come later today, so I will be able to get started on my actual putting the journal together soon. But I thought we'd have a look at the kits today. So this is the kit from Ginger Journals. It's a really lovely one. I really just love the colours, and just the designs and all of this. And what I've done is I've gone through all my Christmas kits and picked out all the pieces that I thought would be quite good for backing, so that they can just be mixed and matched in. So that I quite like having different backings on each paper rather than having them all the same that match. I've gone for some that don't belong with this kit, but I just quite like them, so just to give it a bit more interest. So they've all got different backing papers on them. So there's this one backed with this one. So they're all from different kits that I've bought over the years. This one, it's got that on the back. And I may not use them all. That one's got that on the back. I've This is actually from the kit, so I did use some of their backing papers. I just didn't do it on every page. And they're really lovely, all of these papers. Just make myself a little bit more room at the sides. I'm not crowding this in too much. Let's move that around. Move that way. And we've got this one. That's again one of the kit papers, kit backing papers. Oh, that one, I don't know whether I use this one because it's obviously somehow got caught up with another page or something. I'm not quite sure what happened here. But I could always cover it if I decide I need to use it and put a side tuck down there or something, because it's really pretty, this one. I may have printed it another time. Then we've got here, this is one of the envelopes, and I've actually printed this on the back. This is from the other kit I'm using. So I thought that would be quite pretty on the inside of the envelope. And then these are the fussy cuts. We get a whole load of fussy cuts with it. I can't remember, I may have bought this separately. I can't remember if it came as part of the kit or if it was a separate fussy cut kit. Sorry, I can't remember. Because I had this quite a while. And I'm just showing you, this is how they come. And you get quite a lot of pages. And I have pretty much fussy cut all of them out now. So I've got a bag full of all the fussy cuts. But I've also done what I said earlier, in that I've made some of them smaller. In fact, I made some of them a bit smaller, and I think these are even smaller still. I just keep changing down the sizes. So I've got a bag that's kind of, I don't know, maybe they are about the same. Maybe I think this was the size. So I've got them all cut out. So I just printed off another one so you can see. I made them a bit smaller, so they're just, it's quite handy to have the big ones, but also to have smaller versions, because sometimes you only need a little piece on a pocket or something. You don't always want a great big image. So I give myself more options this way by making them smaller. So I think that was a page of that was the page that I made smaller. I didn't put all of the pieces on this page because some of them I thought I probably didn't need twice. And then I went smaller still. I think this is the one. Is this the one where I went smaller still? No, I've done this one twice for some reason. This one, they're even smaller here. I didn't even fill a page. Really diddy ones, so you can see the difference between that one and the stockings and the stockings. And then I've got a big stocking, so I've got loads of options depending on what I need. But I quite like to do that when I've got fussy cuts like this. If they are big, just make them smaller. And then I can use, so I've got a big Santa or a small Santa. And they're the sort of thing you can use on any journal really, because they're very, just great Christmas. So I'll just put that back in this bag. So I've got all my Christmas fussy cuts. And there's some bigger journal cards as well. Got these. Oh, that one I've doubled over. I thought I could glue that together. And that could be right for writing. You could write on there with a black pen. So I thought I might glue those together and have this one as a standalone. You've seen the other little journal cards. There's one I haven't cut out yet. And then there's just a few other little bits and pieces in here, I believe. So we've got some little kind of floral shapes, but they're quite nice for, you could have one of these little fussy cuts on here. One of my tiny ones could go on here and make a little cluster or something, or just a decorative piece. So I've got a few of these. And I've got some tickets, which I haven't fully cut out. I've just kind of cut them down, ready to be cut out a bit more if I need them. I'm never sure how to use tickets, to be perfectly honest. I really like them, but I'm not very good at using them. I've got a piece here, that just decorative piece. I've got a couple, I think, this sort of just strips. And a big strip, sort of ticket, big like a big ticket. And then these are all my big fussy cuts. So these are all the bits that come with that kit. And that one here. Let's put the envelope back in. That's still got to be cut out. Those in there. And here's all the papers. So yeah, I think it's quite nice because I've been using some of the scrapbook paper I've used had plaid in it. I've been thinking, well, I've got, they might match up with some of this plaid. So let's tuck it under there. Right, so that's one kit that I'm going to use. Let's put my little, before I forget, put the extra of my little journal cards in there as well. Keep them all together. And then I've got this second kit that I picked out, which my original plan had been, and I haven't cut this out, I haven't quite finished really getting this ready. My original plan had been to do quite a big journal with two full-size signatures, two big signatures, but one with one kit, one with the other. And I thought, well, maybe I'd use one kit this year, one signature this year, and keep one for next year. I don't think I want to do that. I don't think I want a journal that's only half finished at the end of the year, and then I haven't got anything to make next year. So I've changed my mind. I'm going to still do two signatures for my journal with this kit, but I'm going to split it, make two smaller signatures so I can kind of spread out, because my Christmas journals always end up really fat, so I thought I might give myself a little bit more room by having two slightly smaller signatures, and I can pull them out to work in them and put them back in again, and I think that might be quite fun for a change. So then I thought, well, I've still got this kit, and I will show you this one. It's rather lovely, which is why I had trouble deciding, which is why I was kind of thinking I want to use them both. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a second journal, and I'm going to use that as my giveaway for this year. I'm going to make a Christmas giveaway journal for you guys, because you've been so supportive and so lovely, sending me all these lovely comments, and I just thought it would be nice to make something for you. So I'm going to do it off camera, but I thought I'd show you the kit that I'm going to use, and then I'll try and get it done as soon as I can, so I can get it off to one of you, with any luck, before the end of November, so you can use it. So that's the plan. Just thought I'd let you know. Keep an eye on the channel, because I'm not going to do a big kind of giveaway video, because I think it attracts people who don't really watch the rest of the videos. So I'd rather it was watched by people who actually, or, it was seen by people and won by somebody who actually watches my videos. I tend to do that these days. And then somebody who actually wants watches my videos wins the journal. So this is a really cute kit. It's called Cozy Christmas by Romantica Arts. And funnily enough, I was watching a video by Gail yesterday, I think. And she was showing some of the pieces from this kit. Not the papers as it happened, but she picked out a couple of the, I think they were more the ephemera kits in the journal, cards and pockets kit that would go really well with this, but she didn't actually have this digital kit. So I thought that was quite funny that she'd picked other bits from it, but not this particular kit to make a journal with. At least I don't think she did. So it's really sweet. I've still got to cut round it to make it to size, because of they're always they fit a bit differently on my papers, because I've got A4 papers, and of course they're meant to fit letter size papers, I think. And I've backed them with an eclectic mix of background papers. I actually ended up printing the whole thing pretty well twice, because I couldn't get the papers to fit, so that I wouldn't either be cutting off lumps of this or the back. I couldn't get the background papers aligned properly. But I think I've managed it this time. So it's a really lovely kit, and these girls are gorgeous. I know I recognised it because I think she had some journal cards with these girls on. I thought, oh, maybe I should have a look and see if I get that, because I've got some journal cards and pockets, but nothing matching. So I might have another look on the Romantica Arts Etsy shop to see if I can get some things to go with this. So that's that one. Oh, that's blank on the back. How did that happen? Oh, okay. Just a blank background paper. 2 blank background papers. They weren't supposed to be there. And what happened to you? Got bent. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? So there's some really lovely papers here. So that's why it was so hard to choose. And I thought, well, maybe what I'll do is I won't choose. I'll just make 2 journals. So this is actually from the kit. Another one with these cute little girls in by the fireplace. Really sweet. And this is a completely different background. This is a Crafty Cat one. So I may not be able to get all of these papers into the kit, into the journals, but I might be able to use them for some ephemera or something. Not sure, because they're quite big kits, both of them. So I should probably just pick out some that are not too similar, because there's quite a lot of similarity between some of the papers. See, that's from the other kit. Oh, it goes that way. These are also, I think they're meant to be background papers, but I didn't actually use them for that. But I thought they'd make quite nice journal cards. I didn't actually put them on the back of the pages. I think partly because there was quite such a big gap between them in the middle, although I'm sure once you've folded them it'd be fine. But I didn't anyway. I didn't use these as backgrounds. Probably should have. Oh, upside down. Is it? No, it isn't. Not sure which way. No, they are meant to be that way, yeah. Yep. And there was this one. That is upside down. So, yeah, I just thought maybe I could do something on the pages with these. Not sure. I'll have a play. I keep being the wrong way up. And then these are just some background papers that came with, which I have used for some, but not for all. So that's this kit. There is also quite a bit of ephemera that comes with the kit as well. Some of which I've started cutting out, I haven't finished. So there's some pockets, little envelope. It's quite nice. She gives you the card front and card back, so you can just put them together and have a little journal card. And then there's a whole load of stuff in here, which I will get out. I can get hold of that. It's that last piece. It always sticks to the plastic. There we go. So we've got these, make lovely journal cards. And then we've got this card, so card front, card back, which is rather nice. So we've got the matching backing. Card 3 front, so there must be a back somewhere. There's an envelope, another card, front and back. Card 6. Oh, this is a window envelope 6, card 6 front and back. That must be these two. And that's just meant to be ephemera paper. So they're all labelled as to what they should be. Envelope 2. I need to print on the back of some of these that have got envelopes on, so I need to print on the back of that. Card 4 front and back. They're really nice. And then we've got some tags, some fronts and some backs, and some little fussy cuts as well down there. And then there's a big envelope and another big envelope. So I think, oh, this one is one, my ink started running out, and you can see the difference. It's gone a little bit pink down here. So I may not be able to use this one, but I think I reprinted this one so that it would. What was that big? Where was it? That was the tall card 3 front. No, that's not the same as envelope 3, unless it's meant to go in the envelope. Oh well. So I've just got to print on the back of this one, because I like my envelopes to be printed on the back. Oh, here's the, that must be the card 3 back. Card 3 front. There we go. They go together. There we are. So that's that kit. So there's a lot there. Still work for me to do on that one, on the fussy cutting and things. So I've got a whole weekend in front of me to really crack on with this. I'm going to be making hopefully another video this afternoon. This is Saturday. I may be able to make 1 or 2 more tomorrow, see how I go. It's not so much making the videos, it's sometimes it's getting them edited, ready to go up. You know, that takes time too. And sometimes I have all these things backing up that I've made the videos, and I've just got to get on with the editing to get them ready to go up onto YouTube, because it all takes a little bit of time. So I'll do the best I can. But I'm really happy that we've got started now, and I can't wait to make the journal, make the cover. Really excited to make the cover, because it's a bit different to what I've made before. I like to kind of try different things, and I really fancy doing that, where I could just keep taking the journal out, playing with it, putting it back in again. I think that might be quite fun, because I do work on the Christmas journals myself a lot, so it might make life a bit easier. So there we are. That's week 10. That will be the last one, as I say, as part of the Don't Freak Out Before Christmas challenge. I'm now going off in my own direction, but I will be back as soon as I can with the next instalment. See you soon. Bye for now.